Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, "Let us go into the house of the Lord." I'm Father Steve Sellers, and this is my brief daily message of hope. You know, like many of you, I grew up watching cartoons, and the cartoons that we had available to us in the 1950s were a little different than the ones that are available now. But there was one that I watched over and over that was actually much older than I am. It's called Popeye the Sailor Man. Now, you may not know the history of that, but Popeye was actually created in 1929 by Elzie Crisler Seeger, and it first appeared in print for the Daily King Features comic strip called Thimble Theater. The first panel for Popeye the Sailor Man ran on January the 17th, 1929, and it officially ended on July the 30th, 1994. That's a pretty old cartoon strip, and of course it's still out there. The cartoons in TV format are still available, and kids still watch them. I guess they do. But there's something that I remember Popeye saying in one of the many cartoons that I saw. He said, "I says what I means, and I means what I says." And I have remembered that. Saying what you mean and meaning what you say. I did a quick search today. Dr. Seuss, of all people, who's in the news now, actually had the same line in his book, Horton Hatches the Egg, where this line is said, "I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful 100%. And I was thinking about all that because at Mass yesterday, the Lord Jesus said from the Gospel a very fascinating comment in Matthew chapter 23. And I found myself thinking about this all night, where Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, Matthew 23 verse 1, here's what he says, "The teachers of the law and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. So you must obey them and do everything they tell you. But do not do what they do, for they do not practice what they preach." Now, isn't that a problem we have today, too? A disconnect between our words and our actions. If ever we lived in an age where that is pervasive in our society, it's the fact that people don't say what they mean and they don't do what they say. And so we have confusion in our lives. And the Lord Jesus is reminding us to pay attention to what people in authority say, but also watch what they do. And we see all over our country today a disconnect between the words and the actions of so many people. And I'm not here to point any fingers at all other than at myself, because that's a problem I have too. We are very good at coming up with wonderful things to say. We make promises and give assurances, and we say wonderful words, and then we get busy and we forget to put those words into action. I don't think most people intentionally disconnect their actions from their words, but we do it when we get busy, and we do it when we stop paying attention. And again, it is still very important for us to pay attention to each moment of each day. God has us here for a reason. You are here for a reason and a purpose. And so pay attention to what God is bringing into your life. Now, I know a lot of people now who are shut-ins. And the older I get, the more people I know who don't ever leave their home or their apartment. They stay. But it doesn't matter. God still brings things and people and situations into their lives. Often it happens virtually, online. Sometimes it happens casually. Most of the time, when we're not paying attention, we miss what God is bringing into our lives. And he brings truth to us. The Lord Jesus' actions lined up perfectly with his words. And I was thinking again this morning about the great a hymn written by the reformer Martin Luther, "A Mighty Fortress is Our God." The very last verse of that says this: "That word above all earthly powers, no thanks to them abideth. The Spirit and the gifts are ours through him who with us sideth. Let goods and kindred go, this mortal life also. The body they may kill, God's truth abideth still. His kingdom is forever." God's truth abides forever. Jesus' words and his actions lined up perfectly. And he is exactly who he says he is. The resurrection and the life. Those who believe in him, though they were dead, yet shall they live. And those who live and believe in him shall never die. From John chapter 11. But here's Luther's wonderful hymn, I hope you have a blessed day today, and through the grace of God, I will see you right here again tomorrow. God bless you.